Now, coming up in a couple of weeks, we're going to go live on YouTube. It's going to be very interesting, an interactive thing. And a lot of people say, hey, I got to meet this guy. Both of them said that. So it's going to be an interactive show live on YouTube, named after the beautiful town in Italy called Aborio.
Comedy Kitchen with Chef Sel was recorded in front of a fake audience.
Hey guys, Chef Sel right here. That's a new one. Okay, this week, wow, we have a good one. Gourmet rice pudding, stovetop, and for the drizzle, a buttered rum-raisin sauce. Before we begin, please subscribe right here. And if you're new to the show, you're saying, why should I subscribe to something I didn't really watch yet? I don't understand. Because I said so. Now, coming up in a couple of weeks, we're going to go live on YouTube. It's going to be very interesting, an interactive thing. And a lot of people say, hey, I got to meet this guy. Both of them said that. So it's going to be an interactive show live on YouTube. And the recipe we're going to do is one of yours. So I want you to message us on Comedy Kitchen with Chef Sel on Facebook. Just, Comedy Kitchen Chef Sel. Send a message. Send a little clip if you can of yourself. You're going to be on camera with me, so you might as well. Well, in a remote kind of way. And also send me if you have a picture of your finished dish. It could be anything. I don't care. I'm going to make anything you want me to make. We're going to run this little contest, or whatever you want to call it, for a couple of weeks until we get a really good one. And if we don't, I'll do a rerun. All right. Now, let's get to the ingredients and get to the cooking of this stovetop rice pudding. So I'm going to let my famous hand give you the ingredients. And as we go, I'll show you how much of everything. Don't worry about that. We have some unsalted butter. We have uncooked arborio rice. I've been waiting 2 weeks to say that. Here, say, why use arborio rice? Why keep saying it that way? I don't know. It's a shorter rice. The grain is short, but it's plump. It gets plumpier when you cook it, and it's chewy, but yet it's soft inside. It's perfect for rice pudding, named after the beautiful town in Italy called Aborio. And we have some whole milk. We have some heavy whipping cream. I'll get that. It's chilling down as we speak. Light or dark brown sugar, it doesn't matter. A couple of vanilla bean pods. We have those here. Some kosher salt, 2 large egg yolks. And now for the buttered rum-raisin sauce. I have it all out here together. They need to get to know each other. They're going to be spending a lot of time together. We have golden raisins, dark rum. You can get the cheapo. We got from the makers of Cruisin' rum in a plastic bottle. Good for cooking. Kosher salt, some ground cinnamon, and again, a little more unsalted butter for the richness mix at the end of this delicious sauce. So this is it. Let's get going. Get a cast iron pan. If you don't have a cast iron pan, I pity you. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna fry a little rice. So to speak, of course. It's my 1.5 tablespoons or 2 tablespoons of butter, whichever way you wish. I got this pan nice and heated up now. They hold the heat, these things. That's why you like it for this type of pudding. And this 1/2 cup of, can I say it just one more time? Arborio rice. And you want to just mix this around until it browns up on you, probably about 1 or 2 minutes. All right, let's let that go on a medium heat in this cast iron pan. You want to add the liquids. All right, it's been about 2 or 3 minutes. Starting to brown up on you, John. I split these 2, very long by the way, vanilla beans the long way in half. Just take a knife, go right in the middle of it and turn it around and do both. You can use one bean if you want, but I love that vanilla taste, baby. And don't use the liquid. Get the beans, it's worth it, I'm telling you. Now we want 3.5 cups whole milk. See that cast iron? Ah, the cast iron pan was angry that day. Kind of a different way, right? Usually people just boil the rice and stick it together with some sort of pudding. Ain't gonna happen, not in my kitchen. Nope, we're making gourmet. Did I say that enough? Pudding. Heavy cream up next, 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup packed brown sugar. Light, dark, whichever way works for you, works for me. How's that? You know Chef Sal's kitchen, no real rules. Just don't burn yourself. Ow, just a joke. All right, start. 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I use kosher salt. It's easier to gauge. Steels. Now we're going to bring this up to a boil and then immediately bring it down to a very low simmer. As long as it's a nice steady simmer. It doesn't have to be bubbling over or anything like that. Whew, man, I'm winded. And just keep stirring every maybe 5-10 minutes. I'm a big stirrer, so I'll probably stir more than that. And you're going to see this rice is going to puff up like I told you. And it's going to start showing through this liquid. Got to give it a good, okay, I'll say 20 to 30 minutes and take a look at it. So I'll come back when this part's complete. While my mixture is still simmering over there, got to stir it. I'm going to start this rum-raisin, buttered rum-raisin sauce, because it too must sit at a certain spot for 30 minutes. 1/3 cup of this rum and 1/2 cup of these raisins we spoke of. And we're going to bring that to a nice simmer. I'm going to stir that around a couple of minutes and then we're going to turn off the heat, close it up. 30 minutes, wait, plump up those freaking raisins. Turn it off, too much of a good thing. 1/2 hour, they're going to plump up. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. I turned off the heat. It's still pretty freaking hot in here. And look at this, see, the rice is peeked through. It's all plumped. Sticking out over the top of this thing like ricebergs. I'm going to add these egg yolks after I take these vanilla beans out. All right, put them aside. Check for any pieces of those pods in here. I don't think so, but you know, it's like finding a fish bone. For me anyway, I don't like that stuff. All right, this is very near perfect, so we're going to put this aside. And we've got these egg yolks, we're going to beat them up. Do not pour these directly in here. They have to be tempered. Just put a little bit of this very, very hot stuff in these eggs. Bring them up to temperature so they don't scramble. Okay, now you can pour them in. Get my spatula involved. Get every last drop. So now we're just going to whisk these in. This is going to give it thickness as it chills. That's why you want to keep the cast iron pot handy in your kitchen for these kind of things. Because it's going to keep that heat without having that burn go on the bottom. This is getting thick. You can feel it when you stir it. Okay, cool it to room. Pour it in a nice glass bowl and refrigerate it. A couple of hours. But in the meantime, let's finish off this buttered rum raisin delight. All right, figured I'd show you. I have it in a nice glass bowl. Now when you do your plastic wrap, you don't want a skin forming on the top. If you did this right when you were cooking, you'd see skin forming every time you stop stirring or something. So just kind of get it in there and let it touch. Oh, Chef Sal, that's so disgusting though. Oh, it's going to be hard to clean. No, it's not. Just listen to me. All right, let's room temp this, as I said before, and then we'll chill it for 3 hours. Make it ahead of time. Make it the day before if you're having a party. 1/8 teaspoon or thereabouts. That's delicious. Good quality cinnamon if you can find it. And we have some brown sugar again, making another appearance in our show. That's a good 1/2 cup. And we're going to bring this up on a medium-low flame, back into whisking mode. And you want this to come to a simmer. You'll see that brown sugar has dissolved, and that's when you take it off the heat and add that butter we're going to add. But let's do this first. Pretty close to taking it off the heat and adding that butter. I love adding butter to stuff. How about you? Why don't you let me know in the comments? Oh, I don't do that. I don't do that. If you don't want to comment, don't comment. I don't care. There's 1 tablespoon and 2. Off in the heat. I made that up. Well, let's give some gleam and glamour to this dish. Now you could serve this hot or warm. You could serve the pudding hot with this hot or warm or room temp over that pudding. It's really, after you make the stuff, you do what you want. Use it as a dartboard. I don't know. All right. I got the heat off. I'm tasting now. Oh, God. All right. Calm down. Calm down. Let's clean up and serve it up. Have some stuff that I made yesterday, so you don't have to wait a day for me to tell you how it tastes. There you are, my friends. You did it. Gourmet rice pudding with a buttered rum sauce, which I am now going to apply. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Any way you want, as much as you want. Let's get a taste. Oh, man. Ugh. I need to be alone with this. So if you like this recipe and you want to see more, boom, right there. Subscribe. And don't forget to like. If you like it, I'll like you. And it's perfect. And listen, in a couple of weeks, we're going to announce the winner of our showcase recipe for our first live Chef Sell. I will be performing this recipe to the best of my ability for that lucky person. So come to Facebook and go to Comedy Kitchen with Chef Sell and message us. Maybe a little picture of yourself if you want, just your first name if you want, whatever you want, and the recipe, of course. And we'll try it out live, and you'll be the winner. So, with that said, oh yeah, I'm Chef Sell, and I'll see you next time.